Liang Guo was born in the early 1950s in northeastern China and lived there for over 40 years before immigrating to America in 1995. He began his art training at an early age and continued to study art until the Cultural Revolution started in 1966. Years of chaos followed, during which he was sent to the countryside to receive free education from the peasants. Because of his drawing and painting abilities, he was selected to create pictures for political propaganda. There were professional artists who gave Liang instruction in oil painting. It was there that he made the first oil painting in his life, a portrait of Chairman Mao. Liang's technical skills developed, and he was selected to study fine art for college. As time went on, he was employed as a college painting professor. The work provided him with both a stable salary and time for his own painting. His works were selected for national and international art exhibitions. Yet these exhibitions required artists to work in a certain way, limited to certain styles. It was the desire to paint what he wanted, to express his inner self, that lured him to America. In 1995, Liang immigrated to the United States. The reputation he had built in China was gone. He had become, like so many artists in America, anxious, depressed, and broke. For a time, he felt he would return to China. But with his family's support, he was able to remain and pursue his desire to paint freely.
I mean, the same time in the late 80s or the early 90s, he came 90s. And all those artists here in Boston, his artist friends circle, almost every one of them went back to China already.
等我到了波士顿都很晚了，然后再醒过来，真走到街上的时候，就觉得这是一个自由的国度。我跟我太太说过这样的话，我说有一天我走到街上，走到 Brooklyn Corner 旁边有一个 bookstore， 然后它 bookstore 的玻璃是一个很大的窗户，那个 window， 我从 window 往里边看，看到自己的脸，看到那个晴朗的天空，我就感觉哎呀，我的脸像天空一样晴朗。这事儿很奇怪，我一来美国，在生活上就比较适应。你说吃什么东西都没有问题，吃牛排喝冰水，你还是吃麻粉，吃肥狗，对我来说和吃中国的米饭，那个 rice 是一样的。这是生活上的。再有从这个国度、这个社会的政治制度来看，对我来说，我觉得非常好。能让一个人在这里自由的生活，你可以做自己想做的事儿，干你想自己干的事业。所以我来美国，一部分也是为了自己，一部分是为了孩子，因为想让孩子得到良好的教育。这个没有什么不适应的，真是没有什么不适应的。最不适应的就是说这个语言问题，对我来说，最大的一个问题就是语言，因为我没有语言不好，不能去工作，不能去工作嘛，在家画画，在家画画你不出去和人接触，那语言还是不好。其实我也没少学英文。你学了以后，你和人不去交流，你不去说，那不等于没学吗？所以我来美国以后，我觉得最不舒服的就是，那谁也不愿对我自己这个语言不好。如果语言好的话，还有很多和别人交流的机会，就有很多让人家认识你的机会，让人了解你，就失去了这个机会。你要语言好，我可以 到这大学里去当个老师，继续当art school 的老师，能培养很多学生，是吧？所以对美国来说，对我来说没有什么不适应的，唯一就这么一个问题。
He left a distinguished career as a professor and artist in his homeland to live as a relatively obscure painter in a strange land. But perhaps it is this very strangeness, his lack of familiarity with Western culture, that allows him to see it in a way that we cannot.
我的想法就是把写实的艺术推向一个高峰，让它有一个，让写实艺术有一种时代感，创造性的艺术家，应该是搞一些实验性的作品。其实我现在这个作品都是一种实验性的，它有一种不确定性，而且是有一种挑战性。坚持还当artist的这个动力源自于我对艺术的热爱。如果没有对艺术的热爱，那你就会早早很可能就放弃了，是吧？这个就像什么似的？就像我说过，你旅游去，你坐车去旅游，坐飞机坐车去旅游，没有一个中途下车的。可是一个艺术家走这个艺术上的旅途，那半路就下车的就不干了的，那太多了，屡见不鲜。迫于对生活的压力啊，各种原因都会造成艺术家对艺术的放弃。能坚持对艺术的追求，那就是我说的，那只有对艺术的那种特别执着的爱，你才能坚持下去。你要是想富有，你就不要当艺术家；你要想有名，也不要当艺术家，是吧？当你没有地方展览你的画的时候，你不应该沮丧。那你画在画室堆满没人买，你也不要失望，对吧？因为你选择了艺术，对吧？你就应该拿艺术，艺术就是你的生命，艺术是你的灵魂，这个丹麦有一个非常有名的这个芭蕾舞大师，叫布能维尔，他就和安徒生说过，说对于诗人什么也不会失去，诗人艺术家永远不会死，因为这个艺术是永恒的。所以一个人当他老了的时候，他选择了艺术，他不会遗憾，因为艺术是永恒的，艺术的精神也是永恒的。